Are you ready? Are you ready? Today, you're going to discover your own personal block to leveling up to multi-six figures and 100K months and the shifts needed to position yourself as a high-end power player in the market, okay? So here's my first question to you. My first question to you is this. What's your biggest challenge, or what are your biggest challenges when it comes to getting leads and sales, particularly high-end sales, people who are willing to pay you $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $50,000, even $100,000? Can you type that in chat for me? Type it in the comment section for you. What's your biggest challenge? What's your biggest challenge? What's your biggest challenge? I see some questions about the next Tuesday. We're going to put an event in, but it's going to be 12 p.m. Everything for this is at the same time, 12 p.m., 12 p.m., 12 p.m. Pacific time. Not being visible. Okay, I see some things coming in. What's your biggest challenge? Type it in chat. So what I want you to hear is this. So often, we are chasing the clients. We're pursuing the clients. We're trying to make people buy from us. We want to be seen. We are screaming in the marketplace, hoping to be seen and hoping to stand out because we need the business, right? We want the business. We want the money. We desire to create that next level of revenue or income. But today, we are really going to flip that on its head. We're going to flip the script. And what I want you to do is come from a place of if they want. Actually, I want you to come from this place. They want and they need us, not the other way, not the other way around. They want you and they need you, not the other way around. That's where I want your come from. And this is literally the position you want to come from in every piece of content, in every piece of your marketing, and in every sales situation that you show up in. And once you really start feeling that and anchoring that in your knower and having it seep into every single thing that you do, every client touch point that you have, whether it's in a Facebook post or sliding into someone's messenger inbox saying, hey, I really think that you should work with me, or even onboarding new clients or your sales calls or whatever it is, you want to show up in the highest version or as the highest version of yourself, as a power player, as a power player. Let's call it your high-end self, right? High-end isn't just a price tag. It's so much more. It's a lifestyle. It's a way of doing business. It's a way of living. It's a state of being. We call it the power player state of mind. If we show up in that state, you will see a difference. People will begin to seek you out for your highest end services and not bat an eyelash at your rates. Listen, I get messages all the time. Shamika, just send me the link. They are so ready. They're so ready. I have to slow them down. I have to slow them down to take them through my vetting process. When you get this right, it becomes a normal occurrence where someone just contacts you and says, hey, I love you. I'm watching you. I'm ready. I want to work with you. How do I pay? We just did my mastermind, Next Level Authority. We just did our retreat in Mexico. And kid you not, literally, I have clients like sitting on the beach, snapping pictures, working from there, doing a couple of things here and there, but mostly just enjoying themselves and sharing it on social media, who had people reach out to them to purchase their services. One of my clients was literally sitting on a beach, snapped a picture, did a post about working from anywhere. Someone slid in her inbox and legit just said, hey, I want that for my life. Where do I sign up? That person paid her $25,000, and I believe they paid in full immediately. No sales call, no, not really a lot of back and forth, just a little bit of vetting and questions, and then it was a done deal. That's how simple it can be. How cool would it be for you to wake up every morning, morning after morning, to messages saying, you're amazing, I love you, I love what you're up to, can we hop on a call because I want to work with you? The other day, I had a call with one of my mentors, and he's like, I really want to get into your head about what you're doing. And so I started to explain to him how I work. I fill a lot of my programs before I ever go public with them. That's why when you see me post about Play Big or anything else that I'm doing, I will tell you by the time I start posting publicly, I'm like, I got 3 seats left. That's it. The rest of them are gone. We have like 24 or 26 people going through this round of Play Big because it's because of this thing that I'm talking about. Some of you are attracted to my certainty and my confidence and the way that I be in the world, who I be in the world. I wasn't always this way. This is the shift that changed everything, right? Here's the deal. I want you to imagine what that would be like if you had that in your life. Or better yet, somebody just saying, send me the link, I'm ready. So I want to start here. This is the Level Up Cash Creation Crash Course, right? We used to call it the 6-figure level up, and it still is a 6-figure level up. So here's why. Because you're likely here because you desire to bring in 6 or multiple 6 figures as quickly as possible. I'm not saying you want to have a 6-figure year. Some of you, that may be where you are, but some of you want to create another 6 figures or multiple 6 figures fast by the end of the year, right? I don't know. In the next 30 days, in the next quarter, right? You're here because you want to master creating quality leads and sales, quality, high quality. And there's a few misconceptions that get in the way. And these misconceptions are the reason why you won't get there because you're focusing on the wrong thing. You're using strategies in the wrong order. So I was telling you about the call that I had with my coach. And I was like, yeah, so what I normally do is I sell inside of my community first. Then I create something I call a hit list, which you guys will get to play around with that strategy as well during the course of this challenge. And I actually go to those people and enroll them into my programs. He's like, oh, so like your email list. And I was like, no. And I picked up my journal and I said, I have a list of names that I write down in a book. And I follow this strategy and process that I teach my clients. And he said, so you created a multi-million-dollar business from a journal? I said, well, when you put it that way, yes. It cracks me up even today. Because I focus on the main things, right? Not complicated things, not complication. Being complicated is the fastest way to kill momentum in your business, to kill your business dreams, to slow you down from creating revenue, especially in the beginning, right? Most people are focusing on the wrong things. You're using strategies in the wrong order. So let's talk about the phases of business. The way that I've broken it down for me, there are 3 phases to business. Okay. So listen up because I want you to chime in the comment section when I'm done. When I'm done explaining all of this, I want you to share with me what phase of business do you see yourself in? What phase of business do you see yourself in? So phase 1. Phase 1 is what I like to call organic lead gen and cash creation phase. So let's just call it the cash creation phase. What you're going to do is use an organic selling strategy. For me, organic, right, means bare bones, minimum, no additives, no preservatives, right? It means that you're going to do a lot of manual work, but it doesn't mean that you're working all the time. Right? You're going to use the organic selling strategies that you're going to learn throughout this crash course to get clients. It's probably the basics of things that you've likely forgot about because you've been enamored with all the things that are going on in the marketplace. At this phase, your first step for most people is to book yourself out working one-on-one. There's so much in the marketplace about leveraged and groups, and I can get into how that can get you in trouble, especially if you're not at least $10,000 a month already, how you get stuck and it messes with your mindset. I'm not going to go into that right now, but I want you to think about this. If your business is not doing a minimum of $10,000 to $20,000 a month, you're in this organic cash creation phase. You're in this cash creation phase of business. And what you want to do is do the restructuring of your pricing and your packaging so you can easily get to $10,000 months. It's also in this phase where you're proving your concepts for your business. You're proving your messaging. You're proving if your offer works, will people buy it, etc. All of those things get proved. That's where your confidence and your certainty comes from, because you say a thing, people raise their hands and say they want it, you sell it, then your confidence grows. That's how this works. And this is usually the phase that people are often trying to skip because it means you need to learn how to sell, right? It means you need to talk to people. And often this is an uncomfortable thing. People try to skip it also because you're looking around you and assuming that everybody's laying on a beach and sleep money is just coming in because they have all this automation and stuff going through, right? So what's happening at this phase is you're searching for some magic potion or pixie dust to sprinkle that will do it for you. You're listening to the group programs, leveraging, scaling stuff, and you're not in that phase yet. So here's the deal. The experience of selling one-to-one, and I get it. You want to like sell in the DMs without having to sales conversation and all of that stuff. It takes mastery. You've got to work the muscle of understanding how to create clients. Then you can automate it, right? The experience of selling to people and working with people one-to-one with clients will give you the clarity you need in your messaging, the certainty you need, the clarity you need in your methodology, how you do your work. It's going to give you the clarity you need in those things so that you can scale. You need that clarity to scale and leverage and sell group programs. Listen, I just started running Facebook ads after I crossed $1 million, or right before I started testing them, right? Up until that point, I got to $500,000 without even trying a Facebook ad. Well, we tried them when they first started back in like 2012. But other than that, I ditched all those strategies and did exactly what I'm telling you to do right now today. Why? Because you're simplifying what works so that you can amplify it later, right? You want to test and make sure. The reason why my ads work now and the reason why I can do one post over a weekend and get 100 people or 150 people to raise their hands to jump in a masterclass from one post is because I have tested my messaging over and over and over again manually. And so now we just insert the same messaging into the automated stuff. Okay. So first and foremost, if you do this, it will give you the clarity in your messaging. It will also give you the social proof you need to wow people, to knock their socks off on a sales page, on a webinar, during a masterclass, in a Facebook ad. It'll also give you the most important thing, and that is money. It's going to give you a cash influx. It's going to give you the funds to grow. I can run ads now and do all the things that I need to do, upgrade my brand, because there's money there, right? It gives you an ad spend so that you can launch, so that you can reach enough people. So if you're not consistently making $10,000 to $20,000 a month, you are definitely in phase one. You're definitely in phase one. All right, phase two. So this is my 20K plus people. This phase is the simple automation phase. So we move from the cash creation phase to the simple automation phase. In this phase, we do things like sales sprints and masterclasses. So I call them sales sprints. Some people call them launches. Some people may even call them challenges. Sales sprints for me are actually what you're experiencing right now by being a part of this cash course. You may have seen my clients do them. What it's doing is just giving incredible value and inviting you into my world. That's all I'm doing, right? I'm giving incredible value, inviting you into my world. You use your internal network to do this. There's no paid traffic involved. Again, I just started running Facebook ads in the last year, right? So when you do this and you do it right, simple, right? Simple automation, not complicated automation. You can still do 50 to 100K a month at this level. Here's my model for this. Real content, real assignments and homework that yield results during the sprint, during the course, during the masterclass, not just awareness, not just teaching the what and not the how. We just did the money making masterclass strategy. I taught it last weekend. We did a 1-day intensive, and I showed them how to take that masterclass and gave them 4 ways to evergreen it with little to no automation, mostly no automation, right? 4 ways to take that masterclass and use it to generate more leads in their business with simple strategies, not complicated technology, needing to know what to write on a sales page and learning copy and all of those things. Right? So $10,000 to $20,000, that's when you want to implement those things. So those of you guys who are not doing a consistent $10,000 a month, and you're like, I'm going to do a masterclass and I'm going to get all these clients, or I'm going to do a launch and I'm going to do a 6-figure launch, and you've done it over and over again and it didn't work for you. This is why. And I had to learn the hard way. And I've done these processes over and over again with hundreds of clients. Phase 3. Phase 3 is basically when you're at the $1 million mark or 100K months. And I know for a lot of people, you're like, well, I want to start complicated automation before then. This is where you automate. This is where you look at taking the languaging, the messaging that you know works to get clients to raise their hand, that has helped you to create 20K months, 50K months, 70K months, 100K months. And now you put it on autopilot to the point where you're generating daily leads and maybe even a sale every single day on autopilot, right? This is where you start to add paid traffic and webinars and funnels and all of those things. And usually people want to skip straight to phase 3 because they think automation is great. Then I don't have to get on a sales call. And I've seen this over and over and over again. If I just get the right funnel in place, if I just figure out the right masterclass, if I just find this right strategy, if I can automate all of that, I'll throw thousands of dollars into Facebook ads or thousands of dollars into my brand and a beautiful sales page. And I just need this to work so it can sell. And here's what's devastating. Yes, you can create a beautiful sales page, but then what happens is you're still testing, improving your methodology and your message. And you're like, I'm not selling that anymore because my clients want something completely different from me. Money wasted, time wasted. You've hired copywriters, designers, ad managers, launch strategists, brand experts. And after all of those investments, you're still at start with no results or little results. Because what you actually need to do first is figure out, what do my clients want? What do my clients need? Solve their biggest problem or pain point first and build on that. Then slowly expand and amplify your offerings. Listen. We cannot hide behind our funnels. It does not work. You probably already know that, right? I have a saying, and I've been saying this for years, when people are like, do you have a sales page? No one asks me that anymore, right? I'm a boundary for that. I've become an energetic boundary for it. People aren't looking for it. I am the sales page. I am the sales page. You are the sales page. All right. So let me know in comments, what phase are you in? What phase are you in? By the way, there's no shame in the phase that you're in. What phase are you in? Phase 1? I'm between 1 and 2. Shout it out. 1. I see some ones. I see you. Between 1 and 2. 1. All right. Looks like we mostly got 1s and we got some 2s. Perfect. 1. It's moving so fast. I just want to witness a few of those. Here's what I want to say. There's no shame in where you are. The strategies in phase 2 can easily be used to build a $500,000 a year business, right? I used it to build my business to 700K and to just under $1 million. So don't get it twisted. I stayed in organic when I was still at $500,000 a year. I'm just now edging out of phase 2 and I'm years into my business. I've been at this for 12 years. I'm making really solid money. I'm known for my expertise, right? So it doesn't mean that if you're in phase 1, you're a loser. It means you're smart and you understand how to build a business. You understand the foundational pieces. You understand when to hire, when not to hire, all of those things, right? We've moved into phase 3 since last year. Last year, I celebrated $1 million month. And so we're running a multi-million-dollar business. And now we're adding a lot of the automation so that the things that we've that are tried, tested, and true are now working on our behalf, right? So if you come to me by way of a Facebook ad, this is my first time using them. We've been testing them over the last year to see how they work. And I'm at the point where I'm deciding, is it worth it for me to do Facebook ads? Or, because remember, I built $1 million business organically. $1 million organically with a part-time assistant. I didn't tell you that. One part-time assistant, we crossed the $1 million mark, right? So it's better to proudly admit where you are and be able to expand into the excitement of phase 2 and 3, knowing exactly what the heck you're doing, rather than focusing on the wrong thing, working yourself to exhaustion and being stressed out because it just doesn't seem like anything is working. Here's the concept again that I want you to adopt for this challenge. Because some of you guys are technology-driven people. Maybe it's something that you teach. You teach automation and all those things. I want you to adopt the hashtag I am the sales page mentality. I have made millions of dollars with no sales pages, simple automation, and sometimes no sales calls, right? You start getting clients, you start creating results, you start charging more. Then, because of that, you start attracting a whole different level, a whole next level version of clients, because you become more confident, you become more certain, you become more powerful, and this cycle or vortex begins to continue, and it's so freaking powerful. If you followed me for any amount of time and you watch the people who hire me, you see this happen in their lives. You go from watching them post in a certain way and how they look and how they show up, and all of a sudden you're like, what the heck have you been drinking? What have you been eating? Right? It's that certainty and that power, and this is where it comes from. All right, so I told you I was going to give you those 5 shifts. I'm going to jump into those right now and then give you your challenge for today. So the first shift that you need in order for you to be able to call in really high level, high quality clients is to charge more. I know that seems really simple. Listen, most aren't charging enough to even deliver their service at a high level. Right? What you want to do is solve the biggest problem. I see people trying to do like the tiny offer thing where they're doing like the $47 thing. It used to be like the $97 to the $197, all of those things. And that was a strategy I used to follow as well. But then I started thinking, what if I can solve my clients' biggest problems first? Get them impeccable, incredible results. Then what happens? And then everything shifted. Right? So solve their biggest problem first, solve a real problem, get them a real result, and use that money to build out your reach out for other people, for other offers, right? When you charge more, you attract a different caliber of clients. There is a price perception, right? If I want the best in the world, I'm not looking for a $297 course. If I want the best result in the world, I'm looking probably for somebody I'm investing at least a minimum of $25,000 with. Your price is your announcement to the world of your confidence and your skill set. Shift number 2. If you want to make $1 million, you need to feel like $1 million. If you want to make $1 million, you need to feel like $1 million. So what is it that you need to get in place to make this work for you? What's going to contribute to you feeling amazing? Because really, in the end, people buy because of your vibe, or they don't buy because of your vibe. You are an embodiment of what they want in their life. So you must become an energetic match to the level of client that you desire to have, of money you desire to bring in, of a leadership that you desire to have in your life, you've got to become an energetic match. And that frequency, that energetic match, that energetic signature extends to your environment and the people you have around you. Not just that you look like it's fun and it's credible and it's amazing, right? Right now, I am becoming an energetic match for tens of millions of dollars. Shift number 3. What are you currently tolerating that you need to stop doing or you need to remove from your life? Some of y'all need to take a deep breath. What are you currently tolerating? This may mean that you need to get more support. You're trying to do everything yourself, working all hours of the night, on the weekends, ignoring family, kids, your life, living a life. You may need to fire a client. Maybe your lack of support is really dragging your energy down when you need to show up. Here's what I want to say about this. Trust that you know what this is, what needs to stop, what needs to be removed. It usually bubbles and rises to the surface in seconds. Write them down and take action on it. Don't overthink it. What are you tolerating? People not paying you on time. What are you tolerating? People telling you when they're going to pay you instead of you setting up an automated system or investing in a payment plan, a payment processing system. What are you tolerating? Because you get what you tolerate, no more, no less. You get what you secretly believe you can have, no more, no less. Shift number 4. So it's just not about your inner game and feeling great. It's also, are you consciously making sure you show up as the power player, as the alpha in your business? Example, people can post a random post of a need. I need a graphic designer. I need a coach in a Facebook group. And everyone is like messaging and commenting, me. Pick me. I'll get on a call with you. And no one stands out. When you're in that position, you are chasing the client. And so for the next 4 days, we want to change your posture and shift your disposition. Roll your shoulders back. Get your feet planted firmly on the ground. Head held high. And as we go through these challenges that I'm going to give you, the cash creation challenges, I want you in the power player position. Now, for clarity, following up is a good thing. But this is all about how you follow up. It's the energetics behind it. Is it rooted in lack and neediness? I hope they buy. Or is there certainty and power behind it? And what I want to advise you to do today is to stop giving your power away. 5th shift. If you see someone that needs your services and you're reaching out to them, what you're doing right away, immediately, even if somebody reaches out to you, when you're connecting with them right away, you establish yourself as an expert, as an authority from jump. This is important. Remember, they need you, not the other way around. They're the one with the problem. You have the solution. It's important in order to activate your authority, your credibility, and your power, your ability to move and connect with people. So despite the fact that they could be an influencer or that they may be highly successful or they have the money and you want to get paid, despite all of that stuff, when you connect, when you reach out, whether it's in a messenger or an email or whatever, however you do that phone call, you are positioning yourself immediately as an authority, right? I've worked with clients like you before. Here's some of the results that I've created. Also, I have an application or a vetting process. right? I'm really picky who I work with. So why don't we hop on a quick call? Or here's, an application, a couple of questions. Can I ask you a couple of questions before we even jump on a call to see if we mesh, connect, vibe? Then we'll take the next step, right? Then when that happens, you send your scheduling link. Don't wait for theirs. Don't let people pop their phone number in your messenger and say, call me when you get a chance. You lead. Your turf, your rules. Your turf, your rules. So those are your 5 shifts. Now, another really big faux pas or block to being able to rapidly add 6 figures anytime you desire is when you work on things in your business out of order. And here's the deal. A lot of those blocks to 6 figures or those blocks to being able to rapidly call in massive amounts of revenue, you don't even know they're in your way. They're subconscious blocks. They're lurking under the surface. Right? Their mindset issues, their habits and ways of being, and you're throwing spaghetti at the wall trying to see what will work. You're like, maybe I'll take this mindset course. Maybe I'll try this funnel. Maybe I'll try this copywriter, all these things, right? Oh, I'll hire a team, a sales team, a VA, and then I'll hit multiple 6 figures, or then I'll hit 7 figures. Building an extravagant team, thinking it's the key to business growth. Right? Focusing on automation well before it's time. Complexity is the thing that will kill your business growth faster than anything else. So what do you need? Where should you focus? In this camp, we don't shoot in the dark and throw spaghetti off the wall. We get clear. What are our blocks? Where are our blind spots? So I have something for you. I have a spreadsheet. And so here's where you're going to go get access to it. It is an assessment that I'm gifting to you, okay? We are all using the same sheet. You will only be able to get access to it inside of the group. So right now, one of my team members, Ashley, who is your community support manager for this crash course, is going to post that link inside of the crash course group. You're going to go all get access to it right now. And what I want you to start doing, which is actually your first assignment for today, is filling out the assessment. It is going to give you a hard, clear look at where you actually are against where you think you are. It looks like some of you guys are already here. Go ahead and put your name inside of that. Fill it out all the way to the bottom. Again, the only people looking at it are us inside of here. So your name to the right. Some people are already doing it correctly. You want to answer all those questions and go all the way down to the bottom, right? And it is going to give you, like I said, a real cold-hearted look at where you are. What are some of the things that you had likely not even thought about that may be a block to your ability to create 6 figures, multiple 6 figures faster than you ever thought possible, okay? When you get your phase right, when you focus on the right types of action, this is what happens. You can easily add 50K to 100K or more whenever you desire, right? I have clients who are doing multiple 6 figures when they do their crash courses, multiple 6 figures in a month, having 6-figure weeks, when the year before they were just at 6 figures. So go ahead and start to begin to fill that sheet out. That's going to be part of your assignment. Everything I've shared with you today, knowing your phase of business, charging more, you feeling like $1 million, always, not just sometimes, not just when you want to go in public, you showing up as the power player in every interaction, you no longer tolerating and removing the things you know you need to from your life, knowing where your blocks are to your next 6 figures, knowing where they really lie. All this stuff leads to one simple thing, and that is that people trust you. If they don't trust you or heck believe you can do what you say you can do, they will not buy. They will not buy. It doesn't matter what strategy you try. Trust is an essential ingredient to making bigger sales, to selling in Messenger, to selling at higher price points, to making your content, marketing, and messaging work like a well-oiled machine, attracting people like like bees to honey, right? They need to be able to trust you. If the trust isn't there, and that trust actually starts inside of you, your certainty, your confidence, your trust in yourself becomes that energetic signature that draws out other people. So if that trust isn't there and something's off, people will feel it. You have to be congruent, in alignment. You must create that feeling in every interaction. That interaction, that feeling of, I'm holding you. I got you. You are safe. This is when people start to be super willing to pay you vast amounts of money. And trust me, I'm speaking from experience, not just my own, but being able to help others and teach them how to rapidly calibrate to their next level to get to 6 figures and beyond. It's that simple.
Thank you so much for watching my show, my channel. Here's what I want you to do. If you really love what you've been listening to, I want you to subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment. No, really, leave a comment. Like right now. I'm not gonna stop talking until you leave a comment. Seriously, leave a comment.